So I just got my hands on my FLARE Moustache 2. I'm down at Rec Point. I'm going to take the 18 up for a little try, do a little video today, see what I think of it, first sort of impressions. I'll find a prototype but never the final product. I'll take it for a fly and have a little chat about it. Got about 13 to 15 knots, maybe 16. I'm 80 kilos, this ridge is 20 meters. Put the 18 up, see how it goes. Got a new bag. It also looks like in these bags that this bag is specific for the 13, 15 and 18. So the 22 and 26 must come in different bags, I guess. Pretty cool. 13, 15, 18. Burgundy FLARE Moustache 218. Very exciting. Pretty good. Feels okay. Kind of feels like I'm halfway in its range. First thing I noticed, even having it above my head yesterday, is how deep that stall is. It's really quite different. That was down around near my arse. Crazy. That's really different. Which is cool. Something new. Three tip steering is really cool. Difference in the engagement with the tail, whether you pull across to your body center or down or even out. Pull all the way down with your hands wide and it doesn't engage. And you pull it across your body and nearly it's just a tip that engages. Cool. Oh, let's see if it flies. A bit on the lighter side. Might be struggling. Trim's definitely a lot deeper, which is feels funny. Feels really different, right? Yeah, that's going to take some figuring out. Stall point's a lot lower. Which is going to be great when it's honking. I could use another 10 knots, I reckon. Colin said about the stabilo line on the wingtip getting caught a bit easier. Sick. Wow, it feels like a new wing. It feels familiar, but it feels different, new. Pretty cool. Shark nose. Couldn't do that with the original. Yeah, that shark nose. Crazy. That's awesome. Okay, so that session didn't really happen. There wasn't much wind. So we've driven just up the road to a site with a bit more height. Wind's backed off a tiny bit, but it's probably still 10 or 12 knots on the water, so I think it'll work. I'll give the 18 a go. We're at about 120 meters up here. Should be enough for the 18. We'll see how we go. That's better. Nice. Way better. Okay, we should be able to fly. Yeah. Easy. Damn, that climbs. Holy shit. Oh, that's a bit bumpy. Whoa. Whoa, that is a bit bumpy there. Wow, there's so much more on the lower end, that's crazy. Put it down here for a feel. See if I can sink it in. Yeah, that's so deep. Yeah, that's definitely different, new. There's a lot of range there, which is going to be pretty fun to explore, figure out. Sick. It feels very familiar, but there's just a little bit more range in there. Great. Damn, that climbs. And dives. Sick! Look where my hands are. Wow. It feels like it. It feels like a different wing in a lot of ways. But familiar.
Yeah.
This thing's a weapon. It's like a completely new wing. Amazing. Now come here and have a look at this. There's extra loops here. You can trim that yourself, get a partner or ambassador to trim it for you, and that'll make it fly a bit steeper. Same with your sea riser, you've got a lark set on that, so you can undo that and just put that through as a loop, and that'll lengthen it, I think about 10 mil, and that'll make it a bit steeper if you want it. I'm going to take the original 18 just for a comparison, just to feel how much faster it is, because it feels quite a bit faster. I'm really impressed with it so far. It's really exciting. It feels like there's lots of new things in there to explore. So I'll put this up and see how it compares. This has got about 100 hours on it, so it needs a bit of a tune-up. It's I don't know if you can tell, but that's crazy, just my forward penetration, my forward speed, and the turning, it feels quite heavy. Yeah. This feels like there's a lot more pressure there. Doesn't climb as well. Wow. And then it gets really stiff and heavy above your beaner. Where the Mo 2, man, my hands were a couple 100 mil past my beaner. The inside tip kind of stalled then. Yeah. So the Moustache 2, you have way more range. I was doing that left-hand turn there on the Moustache 2 earlier, and it wasn't stalling even when I was quite rough with it on the inside. Yeah. Cool. Wow. Okay.
Definitely sound faster, exciting faster.
Yeah. Feels so much faster. Obviously this is older and a bit heavy, but the brake pressure, the difference in the brake pressure is incredible. And having the stall that much lower is a huge plus. There's more space, yeah. Okay, back to back. Definitely snaps off a lot quicker, I reckon. Man, the difference in the forward speed is amazing. That is so much faster. That just cuts through the air. That's amazing. Oh my God. Wow, this thing is incredible.
Darling, do you still loves it, Claire?
Let's try that one again. That's better.
Well, there's a bit of rain coming. Really want to get the 15 out. I think it'll be strong enough. So, just going to hide in the bushes for a bit and hopefully this rain goes and it picks up 5 knots.
Well, rain seems to have passed, so I'm going to put the 15 up. Not sure if it would be enough, but I'd really like to do a couple of bigger wingovers and maybe some rolls on the 15, see how that goes. So we will give it a red hot go. Look at this. Might even get a little bit of a sunset. Alright. There we go, eh? Sure, it's quick though. Oh, it's not quite enough for that. Man, it dives. Amazing. You? Sick! What a machine! What a machine! Thanks, Benny. Thanks, Benny. We love you, Benny. You. You. Well, first proper session on the FLARE Moustache 2 in the books. and I am really, really impressed. It's a lot different to the prototype I had, and when I saw the product videos of guys flying it and saw how low the stall point was, I actually got a little bit worried because I love flying, flapping around, playing with the stall point of the original Moustache and floating around with it. And it looked really, really deep. And even when I did that sleddy yesterday, put it above my head and I felt it and I was like, whoa, this is a lot different. And it is, which is great. There's a lot more to learn and explore. The stall point, the range of the stall point on the lower end must be close to like 300 mil extra, which seems a lot. It'll be really fun to learn and play with. It'll make flying slow a lot easier. It'll just open up different new possibilities, I guess. It feels really familiar, but it also feels new and fresh, and there's things that are different. It's a lot faster. I was expecting it to be a little bit faster, but when I swapped from my original Moustache and I jumped back on the Moustache², amazing the difference. It felt like it just cuts through the air that much better. There's definitely more dive, which is a bonus. The 2D tip steering is incredible, especially when you're pulling across your body. The thing just snaps around super tight. It's I can't wait to get it on the sand at Rainbow Beach and ski around with it. I think it'll kite really well on the ground. I suppose that's enough for now. Any questions, hit me up. Stoked with that session. Looking forward to more. Thanks, Penny. You're a legend. I love you. Everyone is going to be so stoked with this. Exciting times ahead. If you're interested in flying a FLARE Moustache², get in touch. Let's organise a demo. I'll be doing coaching days at Rainbow Beach this summer. Get in touch. Let's have a chat. Thanks for watching. See you next time.